Hello and welcome to your fraction decimal percent lesson video. You should have prepped your foldable already in class, so please open your spiral to that foldable and we'll begin. On the front of your foldable, title each section fraction, decimal, percent. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. Now open your foldable. You have 6 sections on your foldable. We will be writing in all sections. It is important that you write neatly and within each box. We'll start with the first box of the foldable. You may choose to pause the video now and write what you see, or you can wait until I have gone over the entire box. It's up to you. When converting a fraction to a decimal, remember one thing. Divide, divide, divide. You will divide the numerator by the denominator, otherwise known as top in, bottom out. For example, if the fraction was 3/10, then I would put the 3 as the dividend. The dividend goes inside my division box. The 10 will be my divisor. The divisor goes outside the division box. Since 10 does not go into 3, then I will have to mark my decimal behind the 3 and move it up. Then add a 0 and divide. My quotient is 3/10. Remember, whenever you say decimals, you have to say them with the place value. Move over to the next box and we'll take notes there. Remember to choose when to pause so you can get the notes down. To change a decimal to a percent, just remember the Dr. Pepper rule. You will just move the decimal 2 places to the right and add the percent sign. Some of you know it as D to P. Here's an example. Say you have 5 hundredths and need to change it to a percent. All you do is move the decimal 2 places to the right and add a percent sign. What if the decimal is 1 and 25 hundredths? Then you would just still move the decimal 2 places to the right and you'd get 125%. If you have 825 thousandths, you would still move the decimal 2 places to the right. No matter how your decimal looks, to change it to a percent, you always move the decimal 2 places to the right. We will now be working in the third box, like you see here, of your foldable. Make sure you're in the correct box. Pause the video when you're ready to copy down the notes. To change a percent to a fraction, you write the number over 100 and then simplify. For example, 5%. You will put the 5 over 100 and simplify. 5 goes into 5 one time, and 5 goes into 100 20 times. So my fraction is 1/20th. If it has a decimal in the percent, then you'll change the percent to a decimal and then a fraction, like 2 5/10%. You would move the decimal 2 places left and then follow the decimal to fraction rule, which we're going to go over all of that in just a minute. So make sure you're in the next box for this set of notes. Pause whenever you need to copy the notes. Going from a fraction to a percent has 2 steps. You divide to create the decimal, and then you follow the Dr. Pepper rule. For example, in the fraction to decimal notes, we already did 3/10. Now, just follow the Dr. Pepper rule. Move the decimal 2 places to the right, and 3/10 is 30%. We are now in this box for your notes. Remember to write these notes with the video paused. From decimal to fraction, you must know your place value. If you can say the decimal the right way, then doing this won't be a problem. You would just write what you say and simplify. For example, if I have 75 hundredths, I know to say it as 75 hundredths, so I'll put 75 over 100 and then simplify. Divide by 25 and I get 3/4. 3/10, I know how to say it as 3/10, so I'll just put the 3 over the 10. Nothing goes into 3 or 10 besides 1, so it's already simplified. We're now in the last box. Be sure to pause to write these notes. When changing a percent to a decimal, you just use the Dr. Pepper rule backwards. Since we're going from P to D and not D to P, then you're going to move the decimal 2 places to the left. So 75%. If I want to change it, I take my decimal, which is behind it, because when you don't see it, it's behind the number. Move it 2 places to the left, and I get 75 hundredths. 12 and 5/10%, we do see the decimal on this one, so you just move it from where it is. Move the decimal 2 places to the left, and I get 125 thousandths. You will need these notes in class, so do not forget to bring your spiral back.